Good evening class, this is lecture number 6. Today in this lecture we are going to discuss the question answer of exercise, chapter number 3, energy. So start with question number 6. Give one example of a body that has potential energy in each of the following due to its position and due to its states. Okay, I have written both of the example here. The first one is due to its position. Position means the state from like this. This is ground position, so like this is 0. So above the ground position is a body at height h, then it is at a position above the ground at the height of h. And due to its states means either it is in motion or it is in the state of rest. So spring has the potential energy because spring has like this structure, okay, in compression state, or in elongation form this is like, okay. So this is compressed spring, okay, compressed spring, and this is elongated spring, okay. So this is potential energy due to the compression, and potential is just changed into the kinetic energy due to the motion in the spring, okay. So move to question number 8. Okay, this is first example is hammer at a height has potential due to its position, because whenever we are using hammer we have to put the hammer up to the some height so that the strong force action will be takes place, okay. Impact is generated by a height or position. Next, very simple question. Question number 8. Two body, like this is body A and body B. Given that the body are at a height, same height, means let h height, okay, and the mass of the first body is 10 kg. M1 equal to your MA equal to 10 kg, and MB is mass of body B is 20 kg. So we have to differentiate between the potential energy of the both of the body. Which of the two body has greater potential energy? First of all, what is potential energy? Potential energy mgh, okay, m into g into h. Both have same height, so height h1 and h2 are both same, so h1 equal to h2, both are same. So if you find out the potential energy of body A, then m 10 into g same and h same, okay. Now if you find out the value of potential energy of B, then 20 into z into h, okay. This is 20 gh and this is 10 gh. If we have the value of h and g, then we can find out the exact value. Otherwise we can say that the 20 gh is more than the 10 gh, so the potential energy of body B is always greater than A in this case for the same height and same value of g, okay. Okay, moving towards the next question. Next question is very simple, but we have to differentiate between the floors. The above floors, the bucket which is which is kept in the above floor or second floor have always the greater potential energy because of the height, difference between the height, okay. So this is you have to done by your own. Next, 10th question. Define the term kinetic. I think we have already discussed this question in the previous lecture. Question number, state two factor on which kinetic energy of a body depend. Very simple question. Kinetic energy, formula of kinetic energy is half mv square. So what is the dependency of the energy of a body? First one is mass of the body, okay. You have to like this, mass of the body you have to write written like this. First is mass of the body and second one is velocity of the body, okay. Very simple question. Velocity of the body. These are the two factors on which the kinetic energy of the body depends. Next 12th question. Two toy cars A and B of masses 500 gram and 200 gram respectively are moving with the same speed. Which of the two has greater kinetic energy? Similar to this question, like we have to compare the kinetic energy in this case. So let us see. Question number 12. Two cars like this. These are the, okay. Just assume these are the cars because these are toy cars. First one is 500 gram mass MA and MB equal to 200 grams, okay. Now what we have to find out? The kinetic energy of body A, because kinetic energy of a body is half mv square, half mv square. Okay, first we have to find out. So ma, half ma, and both velocity of the body is same, v1 and v2. So v1 equal to v2. So ma into v square. Let us suppose v1 equal to v2 equal to v. Okay, because both are same, so we have to assume this is v. Now we have to put the value of ma. Ma is 500 upon 2 v square, and now we have to find out the value of ke of v, half m 200 and v square 100. So this is 100 v square and this is 250 v square. So velocity of the body, sorry, kinetic energy of the body A is greater than kinetic energy of the body B for the same velocity and difference between the masses. Okay, so this is the comparison. You have to just compare. So you have to write a statement that kinetic energy of the body A is greater than the kinetic energy of the body B. Okay, now 13th question. A cyclist doubled his speed. How will his kinetic energy change? Increase, decrease, or remain the same? If cyclist double its speed, then what is the change in the kinetic energy? Because kinetic energy depend on the half mv square. If speed is double, then kinetic energy is also double. How? You have to write down this answer by your own, but the concept is this. Question number 30. If you find out that the speed of the body is double, so speed of the body is 2v, so we have to square of 2v. Okay, now this is half m 4v square. Okay, 4v square, so we have to take 4 half m v square. So kinetic energy of the body is 4 times the initial kinetic energy, or we can say that the initial means I and final means F. So final kinetic energy is like this. So we have to write down a statement that final kinetic energy of a body is 4 times the initial kinetic energy. Okay, we can say that 4 into half mv square, and half mv square is ke first. Okay, so kinetic energy initial and this is kinetic energy final. Okay, so final kinetic energy is equal to 4 times the initial kinetic energy, and you have to write down a statement. Next 14 question. Name the two form energy. Wound up was spring pulses. You have to write down this by your own. Okay, because this is very simple. Wound up spring is like this. Question 15. Can a body possess energy even when it is not in motion? Explain your answer with an example. Yes, why not? You have to write down the answer of this question. Question number 15 is like this, with an example. If you are throwing a stone in upward direction, okay, after reaching at a peak point, like the height is h, okay, this is stone. So at the final stance, okay, when the velocity of the stone is 0, okay, like this, at a time, like this marker, at a time the velocity of 0, the body is at final point is 0, so that at that point the velocity of the body is 0, but it has acquired some height which is equal to h. So at some height, due to the height, we know that we have a energy that is known as potential energy. So explanation is simple, that the question is, can a body possess kinetic energy even it is not in motion? Explain your answer with an example. Yes, a body possesses energy even when it is not in motion, because at some height, okay, due to the height of a body, it has potential energy at any point, but at the same time the body is not in motion. Okay, you have to write down this answer. Next question number 16 we had already discussed. Okay, 17. Give an example to show the conversion of potential energy to kinetic energy when put in use, and you have to write down this answer by your. Okay, question number 17. Okay, now state the energy changes that occur in the following. The unwinding of a watch spring. The first one. Okay, so now we have answer of the question number 80. The first part is the unwinding of a watch spring. Okay, when we are using a watch, inside of that we have a spring. That the potential energy of the spring, watch spring is like this. They convert into the, because the change in the position causes the motion of the watch hand. Okay, so this potential energy, the change of state causes the motion of the watch spring. So this is energy here, the potential energy change into the kinetic energy. And second one, we have burning coal while operating a steam engine. I think in the previous lecture I had already discussed about the boiler, where we are using coal to coal pit. Okay, here we are using coal, and coal have the chemical energy, and chemical energy change into the heat energy, so that the heat is released to the boiler to heat up the water, so that the steam can be obtained. Okay, third one we have the lighting of a torch bulb. Okay, in torch bulb we have two cases. If you use dry cell, then we have chemical energy, so chemical energy change into light energy, or either we are using the torch with the help of electrical energy, so that we can use electrical to light energy. The last one is an electric generator, mechanical to electric generator, because we have I think we had discussed this type of energy when we are discussing the, I think I was discussing this in production of hydroelectricity. Okay, in which we have say that the turbine, the motion of the turbine is finally changed to a shaft with the help of shaft, and further it is used to produce the electrical energy, so that mechanical energy converted into the electrical energy in this case. Okay, so thank you so much for the lecture, and in the upcoming lecture we will discuss the remaining question. Okay, thank you.